Have you ever wondered if maybe, just maybe, that you have a problem? Nah, I don't think so. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back. I know in my last video I had talked about the Club5 Racing Gladiator Links, and here they are, right here. And we are going to try to get those put on the Tacoma. So hopefully we can get those worked out. I know I wanted to get the standoffs off of here because they were not all that great. I didn't trust them, so we want to get those taken care of. So if I take this out, I'm not sitting here worried about them coming apart on me. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to tackle some of this wiring. I need to figure out something about a winch. I've got this on here. I tried to do this because I didn't want to use a bumper style. I've never used this style before, so I figured why not? We'll try it. I know usually it comes down here, but like I said in my previous video, I have this light bar here, so it blocks the VS410 hole for the winch cable. So I'm really not liking this. I'm gonna have to try to figure out something else. I have, let's see if I can't find it here. I know it's in here somewhere. My whole big old stack of parts. I got this thing here from Yeah Racing. I have another one that's on my Jeep. That is actually the RC four-wheel drive. It's a licensed Warren winch. This one here seemed like it was a little thinner because of the grill comes so far up here. I wanted to be able to attach something here, but I figured I would try this, give this a shot. I don't like this angle here, so I don't know if maybe I can put like some kind of eyelet here to bring this down. As you can see, that's nice and tight. Like I said in my other video, when you draw this tight, it keeps this on here, keeps it sucked in pretty nice. I also have some brass wheel hexes. We're going to try that. I don't know if it's going to set my offset off. I know the tires stick out quite a bit now, but I'm afraid that these here might actually put them out a little further, and I don't want that. But we're going to try them. We're going to see what happens. We also have these. I don't even know who they're from. I seen them on Amazon, and they were a thin hub to try to suck the wheels back in, but it's just a brass. You can't get these out here. It's a brass wheel hub. One of the reasons I'm trying to do the brass hub and possibly these is because these Rhino RC Moza wheels, there's not a brass ring that works on these wheels. I'm left with trying to do some wheel weights. I picked these up pretty cheap. We're going to try to put those on along with the brass. So hopefully the brass will work out. I know I've been trying to figure out shocks. I ordered a set. The longer ones that I wanted on the rear they were already here in like, I don't know, less than a week. But the other ones, they were coming from overseas, so it took a little while to get here. But they're the G-Made XD shocks. These are the diaphragm. These are the 103s. And I have a set of the 93s. So we're going to try those out. The springs for them are freaking, they're huge. See if I can open one up. They're freaking ridiculous. When I looked at the picture, I was like, man, these shocks, they look pretty nice. Now how they work, I don't know. There's some people out there that say they leak, or some people say they're really great, they're just really stiff. So these are the springs for this stinking thing. So what I end up doing with the rear is these are springs. Freaking huge. It's definitely a big bore shock. I wanted a scalar shock, but I just can't. I know some people had recommended King shocks, but I don't think the King shocks would really look well with the aesthetics of this truck. So I wanted something that was either like a dark gray or a gunmetal, not completely blacked out, but just something a little bit different from the body. These are what caught my eye, and when I ordered them and they got here, and I was like, holy crap, they're huge. So we'll try them out for now. We'll see how they go. If not, I'll keep on rocking the S8Es from Vanquish, which these are from my H10. See, gray anodized. I don't like it because the springs aren't black. I kind of wanted the springs black, but they're already starting to leak up here. So I did order. No, I'm fine. Aha. So I did order some of the black aluminum rings, and there's another package of these around here. These are the aluminum caps, and apparently these are supposed to help from leaking. They not so much leaking down here because I used the green slime, and that green slime seems to work really well. So I may hold off on doing these shocks. I don't know, but we're definitely going to do these links and these hubs. These freaking yeet, big old freaking springs. So we're going to do that. So yeah, first we'll see if we can't get these wheels off of here. These caps. Oh man. Ugh. Let me see. It's the only thing I hate about these stinking caps is they go on there pretty well, but getting them off is kind of a pain. Man, I really like them. They look really well. There we go. So I'll leave a link for these caps in the description. Little black caps here. Then they have, takes an Allen wrench to get these off. But one of the things I really liked about these is that they have On the back side here, they have your typical nylon lock nut, but it also has a, I don't know if you can see that. It has a little O-ring there. It helps keep debris and everything out of there so it doesn't screw up your threads. Those are really nice. Thinking about doing maybe some product reviews. Some of the items that I get from Amazon or A-Main or Vanquish, wherever. Start doing some of those reviews so people know what they're getting. I know there's a lot of times I get on Amazon, or not Amazon, on YouTube, and I try to find different things and I can't find them. I don't really see a whole lot of people do some of the things that I'm looking for. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I've got a crap ton of parts around here. I do a lot of my shopping from Amazon, A-Main, and Vanquish. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know. I'll start doing reviews. So these are the, excuse me. Oh yeah. So these are the standoffs that I was talking about. So let's put that away. 2.5. Okay. But these are the standoffs. Get one off here and I'll show you. So these here, I ended up putting some Loctite on those to make sure that they don't come out. But my biggest problem is you got this such a long link here, and there's only 6 millimeters of stud that goes in that long. So this is why I didn't want to take it out. I really didn't. So hopefully these Club5 will work out. It's nice they come with rod ends too. Ooh. That's nice. Alright, so we had some technical difficulties. I was having issues with the camera for some reason. We've got it figured out. It just kind of sucks because I was wanting to get a video of installing the Club5 racing links. So I have none of that. But I can walk you through it and I can show you what it looks like. They turned out pretty good. There's some things that you will have to take note. Any Gladiator guys that are wanting to do the Club5 racing, high clearance links, or anybody that is wanting to do this type of build with this same wheelbase. So let's go over them and we'll talk about it. Alright, so on these Club 5 Gladiator high clearance links, they don't give you a whole lot of instructions at all. They, on their website, they have like a picture that kind of shows you, you know, where things go. So it's really important that you pay attention to those, because if not, you'll run into driveline issues as far as like the drive shaft running into this link here. So you have these straight links here, but then you also have these curved links here. The curved links only go towards the axle on the rear, here, here, and then up here in the center. Right here will be a curved one, and right here will be a curved one. So these two here are the only two that are straight. The front will be straight, all of them. Every single one will be straight. But they're really nice links. They're really heavy duty. I'm really glad I went with those instead of these guys here, because this is where I was talking about earlier about the standoffs, how there's not a whole lot of thread. See, that little bit of thread in those long links is just not good. But I knew they were only temporary. Alright, so I did end up using the brass hubs. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. These old brass hubs here. I wasn't able to use the really thick guys. So I think those are actually like a 10 millimeter. And I don't know where I put those. Where did I put those? What did I do with those? So I wasn't able to use these thick ones. I'm pretty sure these are like a 12 by 10. Luckily, I end up having some 12 by 6s, I believe they are. And those actually brought those wheels in a little, so they weren't sticking out as much. I know these wheels, the Rhino RC Moza wheels, that they don't make a brass ring for these. I've tried Vanquish, I've tried Injora, and none of them seem to fit. The barrel material on the inside is really, really thick. I don't... See, I know I've got a wheel, and we'll compare it with an Injora. Hopefully I don't knock a bunch of crap over. So much crap over here. It's ridiculous. And do I have... I don't have any brass rings. They're all being used right now. So I have this ring here. So this is a little bit skinnier than the ones that I usually use. I think these are off like a no-name brand, but they're pretty much the same build as like the Injora, except the Injora, the ones that I use, is the deep dish, so they're just a little bit wider. Matter of fact, the ones with the wheel weights on it, those are actually Injora deep dish ones. So I don't know if you can see, they're just a little bit a little bit wider, but the ring on the center there, I don't know if you can see that barrel ring there, they're pretty much the same. So on these, pull this out here, the Rhino RC ring here, and you see there's not much of a lip there compared to this one. So you can't, I mean, the outer diameter is the same. You know, these are just like the Injora deep dish, so the Injora brass rings will work, but this barrel lip here is really thin. So I couldn't even put that in there. So that's why I decided to go with the wheel weights. Where'd that go? There it is. So I decided to go with the wheel weights. It was the only way that I was going to actually get some weight in that, other than the hubs and the hexes. So yeah, that's definitely something that you guys might want to look into. And if you guys use the dual stage foam, this here, or even the silicone, which I don't have any of the silicone out, you'll wedge this inside of there, it's kind of like that. One thing that's nice about this, especially if you're using the dual stage foam, it keeps this ring right here in place, so it doesn't slide around. This still kind of slides around a little bit. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's in there unless you really pull it out. So it's a great and cheap way to add a little bit of weight to your vehicle. You can usually pick these up for pretty cheap online. These are the ones that I use. You can get them online. You can go to your local tire place. Usually you can pick it up pretty cheap. Your parts store usually have them, but I found that those are kind of expensive. I think they wanted like $12 for four strips, which I thought was ridiculous. So you can get those online, or like I said, at your local tire place. Sometimes you go to a local tire place, say, hey, you know, I'm doing some stuff with an RC, I just need some sticky weights. Sometimes they're nice enough, they'll just give them to you. Other times they'll want a little bit of money for them, but it's usually not real expensive, at least for me anyways. I decided not to do the G-made shocks. They seem really nice, but they're just too big. I tried the Desert Lizard springs in here, and they seem to be doing okay. I mean, they don't seem to be leaking at all. You know, I got a little bit of grease from the green slime, but I don't see any fluid coming out of them. Like I said, they're okay, but I don't think that they are good for this build. Somebody had said something about the King shocks, but I just with the color of the truck, I just don't think silver and blue would really look good with this. So I'm on the hunt for something better. I was wanting to do Desert Lizards, but they're kind of big too. I was wanting something to scale. I have the S8E shocks that came off my H10s. I did purchase some hardware, which I showed you guys earlier. But unfortunately, these things, even though I had used green slime for some reason, I don't know if maybe it was just run down from, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a little bit of oil down in there. So I don't know if maybe it was just from when I was filling the shock, I was bleeding it, I don't know. But I mean, they feel nice. I don't feel any air in it, so maybe not. You really can't hear any air in that. So I wanted a 100mm shock back here because the ride height, it made it sag in the back a little bit with the way I have to have these. So I wanted to do 100 in the rear and 90s up front. I know somebody said something about the LX shocks, but they are a bypass shock. They're supposed to work with regular coilover shocks. So I was kind of worried about performance wise, I guess. You know, I just something that doesn't have spring in them, which I know that there are some guys that actually use Desert Lizards. They don't even use springs. So I didn't want to spend that kind of money because they were kind of expensive. It was 78 bucks for a pair. So I didn't want to buy a set of shocks and not be pleased with them, and then they're laying around. You know, I've got $155, $160 shocks just laying around, not being used. So that's why I was kind of trying to find something that was fairly cheap, that was going to work. I think Desert Lizards are about my stopping point when it comes to price, which those aren't really cheap shocks either, but compared to the LXs, those are cheap. But that's all I have on this thing right now. I do have another upcoming Toyota Tacoma. It is the Charisma. I did get some axles in, so we'll kind of unbox those. We'll look at those, and yeah, so let's take a look at those. Alright, so just kind of want to go over these axles a little bit. These are just some no names that I got off Amazon. This is for my next Charisma Toyota Tacoma build. I will kind of go over that in the next video, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys these and get your opinion, and maybe open one of them up and we can take a look at the inside, see what they look like. If you guys are interested in these, I can put the link in the description. So like I said, these are a no name. They seem really nice. They turn nice and smooth. No hiccups. No binding. Just nice, buttery smooth. These are really, really, really nice. So we will see if we can take one of these apart, and we'll take a look at the inside. Alright, just a couple left. second. Oh, and one more. Alright. Well, they're definitely going to need to be re-greased. Bearings feel good. Everything feels nice and tight. Just a little tad bit of play. Just a tad bit of play in the ball joints there and the kingpins, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Maybe I could tighten those up. Oh yeah, look at that. They're loose. I'll kind of tighten that up a little bit. That one there's tight. Oh, that's better. Anytime you guys get axles like this, just make sure that you put a little bit of Loctite. Yeah. Still a little bit of play, but how you get that on a lot of these, pretty much any RTR. I think my VS410 Phoenix that I had, you know, they had worse play than that. So, yeah, these look like they're going to be pretty nice. I know the next one is going to be, it's going to be on the, it's going to be just like an SCX 10.2 chassis. It's not going to be the VS410. So that'll be kind of interesting. So we got a Castle Creations what is that? The Mamba Micro X2. See if I can't find the. Let's see. Yep. It's a Micro X2. It's right here. This is what we're going to end up using. So we'll try that out, see how that works. Other than that, I'm hoping not this weekend, but hopefully next weekend it'll be a little warmer. I know right now here in Northwest Ohio it's cold. It's low double digits. I think when I got this morning, I think it was like 11 degrees. With the wind chill, it felt like I think I said 8. So definitely not good on batteries at all. So I'm kind of waiting till it gets a little warmer, so I can take the black Tacoma out and we can give her a test run to see how things go. So other than that, if you're interested in seeing the process of the next build, like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a review, maybe like a little series. Maybe we can sit here and I know there's a lot of people, they talk about higher end parts, you know, Vanquish, which, you know, I'm not, you know, knocking them, but they're a little expensive. I mean, I got quite a bit of Vanquish stuff, but these will be, this next Tacoma build will probably be a lot of Amazon parts. So it's going to be Amazon build. So it's going to be one of those things where just about anybody can get a hold of this stuff on Amazon. And if you don't have a whole lot of money, it'd be like kind of like a budget build, I guess. Well, I better not say that because sometimes I get a little carried away. But anywho, so if you guys are interested, I can do some product reviews. I get a lot of parts from A-Main and Vanquish and Amazon. So it's up to you guys. It's what you want to see. If you want to see something like that, some more product reviews, we can go into more detail. We can do episodes on one item, like these axles, for instance. I can sit here and do a whole bit on that, where we can take measurements of bearings and we can see what parts are compatible. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know. Thanks for watching. Spin me right round, baby, right round. I'm gonna stick a thing down a little bit. Jeez, take forever. Ooh.